1984 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS, 66,000 miles, ZZ4 crate motor, cold AC. Let's take it for a test drive. Little test drive on New Year's Eve. We have a 1984 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS. This is a mildly modified Monte Carlo SS. It has a aftermarket ZZ4 aluminum headed 350 crate motor in it. All of these Monte Carlos would have came with the stock 305. They're kind of boat anchor motors, so having this aftermarket ZZ4 crate motor in it is a great upgrade if you ask me. Still has your 3-speed automatic transmission, shifts great. The car's reading 66,000 miles. Unfortunately, the Carfax only has one mileage entry back when it had like 60,000 miles. So I don't know if this is an actual 66,000 mile car, but to be honest, it doesn't quite matter to me since it's a modified car and it's had a lot of mechanical stuff done to it. So to be honest, I don't know if it's a real 66,000 mile car. It very well could be, it very well could not be. I just don't know, so I can't tell you one way or the other. I'll let you make the judge on that one. But again, we have a ZZ4 aluminum headed crate motor. You got your turbo 350 3-speed automatic transmission. You have factory AC, which has been converted to R134A, blows nice and cold. You have your power steering, power disc brakes, and then you have full aftermarket exhaust. It's got headers, full dual exhaust, aftermarket mufflers, and then tailpipes coming out the back like they should. The exhaust note sounds great. It does have an aftermarket vacuum canister because the motor does have a cam in it. I don't know if that was swapped from the crate motor. I don't know when the crate motor was installed, but it does have the ZZ4 on the pad itself, so we do know it was a crate motor. But again, it runs great. We'll let it warm up a little bit more before we really get in the throttle. On the interior, it's the factory blue interior. Looks like mostly original interior. Outside of you have your little cup holders here. These have a 2-piece console. Normally you have the shifter with the console here, and then you have a front console that would slide open. That one's not there because it has this cup holder, little aftermarket console that they installed. I would personally go back with the stock style front console, but that's just me. This is a little bit loose and you can kind of move it around. You do have an aftermarket JVC stereo. Dash is in good shape. Headliner and visors look good. On the edge of the driver's seat over here on the vinyl portion on the top and the bottom, it does have some tears in the vinyl. Would be a very easy thing for an interior shop to fix if you wanted to have it done. Stock gauges, stock steering wheel, door panels, interior panels in the back, all that stuff looks good. Back seat's very nice. Center console looks good. Opens and closes properly. Glove box opens and closes properly. It's got a wheel lock in there. On the wood grain, the wood paneling on the center console that is here, a little bit of age to that, but minimal. And then you do have an aftermarket oil pressure gauge up under the dash. It's really hard to see in the video, but it's right in front of your right knee. It's a white face gauge mounted up under the dash, so you'll see that in the general photos. As far as this doesn't work section goes for this particular Monte Carlo SS, has a few smaller things not working. The cruise control doesn't work. Obviously it's had a motor swap. They probably just didn't hook the cruise back up. The reverse lights, the washer fluid sprayers, and then the left interior turn signal bulb on the dash isn't illuminating, but the turn signals do work. Just a little green bulb on the dash is not working. The little shifter indicator for when you go from park, reverse, neutral drive, that's not working either. Just again, very, very minor stuff. That oil pressure gauge under the dash is the one that's functioning. The factory one is pegged out, so you are using the one under the dash. So to recap, reverse lights, cruise, washer fluid sprayers, the shifter indicator, and then one of the interior turn signal bulbs is not illuminating on the dash. So really minor stuff. You will see the screenshot of the Does It Work section on the website, pcclassiccars.com, so make sure you guys check that out in the additional media section. But we're warmed up. We'll test out this little crate motor here, see if we can maybe get a little wheel speed here. There you go. Really pulls well. Obviously got a little tire squeal there. Motor's strong, has great power. It's very smooth, feels very balanced. Out on the open road, very comfortable to cruise. Doing about 60, 65 miles an hour. It's not wrapped out. We're doing right under 3,000 RPMs at about 60 or so. So it does maybe have a little gear swap as well. But a fun little hot rod. This body style, Monte Carlo, Grand National, they're always really fun to drive. The underneath's great, floors look good, frame rails look good, all the normal spots like the rear frame rails, that these always get rust. This one's nice and clean on the bottom. Inside the trunk, as far as the metal goes, I see no problems. Downshifts like it should when you get back in the throttle. As far as the exterior goes, it is the funny name. It's dark medium blue is basically the exterior color. I don't know how it's dark and it's medium blue, but it's a blue color. It's factory color. It has been reshot. The paint has its imperfections and little touch-ups, couple little small, I wouldn't say blisters, but like little imperfections right around the quarter window. You'll see photos of that in the additional media section. Cosmetically, it still represents great, but you do have your little nicks, your little chips, your little touch-ups, little scuffs here and there. Make sure you check out those photos on the website. Again, pcclassiccars.com. Down at the bottom, the additional media section will be in there. Good tires all the way around, stock style wheels. Turn signal switch is nice and tight. The brakes feel good, it stops it well. Suspension is nice and tight. Front end feels good, it doesn't wander, it's not pulling me left or right. When I go left and I go right, the steering really responds. The brakes do the same thing, so here's a heavier braking. It'll lock them up if you want it to. No weird feel coming back through the pedal. I've always really enjoyed the driving position, how you sit in these seats with the steering wheel and obviously the tilt column. You can get more comfortable if you are a little taller or larger than I am. But the way the console is set up with the shifter and the way that I drive with my left hand on the top of the steering wheel, it's an extremely comfortable driving position, especially the way that you look out over the hood, through the windshield there. That's not talked about enough in these old cars. Some of them just don't have great driving positions. These ones really do. I like the buckets, they're comfortable. You do again have tilt, you do have cruise. Again, the cruise is not working. You have your power windows, the power windows work. It is manual locks and manual windows, which I prefer the manuals. That's just me. You do also have rear defrost. When you pop the deck lid, all that's clean back there. You have your RPO codes, which tell you what it was. Again, this is a clean Carfax. It does not have any accidents or damage ever reported. That transmission shifts on point. I don't know if anything's been done to the transmission when they did this motor swap, but it really shifts exactly where you want it to, and it's very smooth. When you pop the hood, obviously it's got its mechanical upgrades in the engine bay. Shows well, the install's nice and clean. I see no problems with the firewall, the inner fenders, all that stuff does look good. The charging system's doing its job. Fluids are nice and clean. This is a really bumpy road. The suspension holds the road really well. Temperature gauge is reading a little bit low. It's a cold day, so I don't want to say that the temperature gauge is not working 100% because it has come up to about 170, 180 on the thermostat there, or on the temp gauge. My guess is maybe they have a different thermostat in it to keep it nice and cool, but the temp gauge is moving. It's just not, it hasn't moved up a ton. Plenty of power to have an absolute blast with. You can get it to spin the tires if you want to, just from a dead stop and rolling into the throttle. It'll break the rear tires loose. It's not a 500 horsepower setup, but it definitely has a lot more horsepower than the factory little 305. Really fun Monte Carlo to hop in and cruise. As always, I'm Michael. This is a 1984 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS with a ZZ4 aluminum headed crate motor, automatic transmission, cold AC. From myself and everybody else here at PC Classic Cars, we appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drives. Make sure you check out that additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com. Check out the content we're posting across all of our social platforms every single day. We'll catch you guys on the next video.